The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Five, six, here we go. Hey, welcome back. We are back, guys.
Jeez.
How y'all feeling, man?
Man, it feels amazing to be back home at Morris Media Studios. First things first, Mace, it's so happy to see you, man.
Hey, my man Steve's, man. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, but yeah, we want to welcome you guys back to another special episode of the Smart Degenerates. This is going to be our Super Bowl 53 show, so of course we got to come back and do it right at Morris Media. I'll be the host for today, Mr. Mike G21. I got my guy to the right, the real J Styles, and to my far right, Money Mace is in the building.
Yeah, we need a soundboard. We need that.
Yeah. Soundboard, everything coming. Soundboard, everything coming. For those of you who is your first time tuning in, we are the Smart Degenerates. We are LA's top sports investors. What we do here is we just simply talk about sports, talk about gambling, current events, what's going on. Gambling's now legal, so it's going to be a real market and opportunity to make money, and we're just here to educate the people on how to do so. You know, you just keep track of your bankroll, you know, you track your results, you just watch the market, and you come to us if you have any questions. If you don't have anyone you can turn to, you can just hit us up on IG at Smart Degenerates, hit us up on Facebook at Smart Degenerates, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Smart Degenerates.
Can we get one more plug in there?
What?
If you guys haven't heard about it yet, please go check out the Action Network app. It is a wonderful tool that allows you to log your bets. Again, it's not an actual book. It's more for recording and tracking, but the number one issue with gamblers is not knowing their current numbers.
Yeah.
So please, you can go look us up on the Action Network. We each have a page where you can follow us, track our picks, see how we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. The Action Network is actually pretty cool, guys. Yeah, like he said, it is an app to where you can follow each other. And so say, for instance, you're following me, you're following Mace, you're following Jay. You can see what we're picking. And you can see how we're doing, who's winning, who's losing, and it tracks your numbers forever. As long as you play, it's going to track your numbers. It's going to track your win percentage, how much you're up, how much you're down. And like May said, you have to track your numbers so you know where you stand, you know how good you are, you know your strengths and your weaknesses. So, yeah, follow us on the Action Network. It's a free app. It's free money. You can connect it to your actual sports book if you have one that's connected on the app, but other than that, if you don't, you can just play for free and just track your picks. We got a great show for you guys today. Of course, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We got some big news in the NBA. We got some guys on the move. AD wants to trade. Porzingis just got traded today. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, let's get into that.
And then we're also going to talk about, of course, the Super Bowl and some prop bets, man. Super Bowl is big. It's the biggest betting season of the year in Vegas. So, of course, we got to touch on that. And, of course, we're going to talk about gambling 101 for you guys. Just give you some tips and tricks on what to do and what not to do in this so-called gambling market. So let's get right into it, man. Mace, I'm starting with you. New England is on track right now to be the most bet on team in Super Bowl history.
Let's get a clap for that.
Hey, we don't know if that's a good thing just yet. Hold on.
Let's get a clap for that.
Hold on. Yeah. So listen though. So the spread started Rams -1, has since moved to Patriots -2.5, And reported right now, 90% of the money is on the Patriots, 10% on the Rams, and 80% of all tickets are on the Patriots. My question is, though, with all this money coming in on the Patriots, why is it still at 2.5? Like, why hasn't it moved?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the way you want to look at it is, number one, Vegas is just trying to keep. I mean, I didn't have a chance to research what all of the Super Bowl picks have done and how those lines have moved over the years.
Yeah.
What I'm going to tell you, Vegas is here to make money.
Yeah.
They want to get as many people on both sides of the bet as possible. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, every Super Bowl I watch is a toss-up, man.
Yeah.
A team could be up 20 points, and then by the end of the game, it's literally coming down to a field goal to win it.
Yeah.
So, for me, I think Vegas is just trying to hold the line at 2.5 to get as much money as possible to start coming in on the Rams. So, I know you quoted the number earlier about 90% or about 80%, and I'm pretty sure, depending on which books you're checking, that's going to start evening out. You got to figure there are so many fans that just want to see the Patriots lose. They just don't like that they're in the Super Bowl again. So the best thing Vegas can do is not let the line get higher, 4, 5, 6 points. Look, they know that the betting public is going to put the most money on the Patriots. But I would be curious when we get to the actual tickets, when they're counted up. I'm going to bet that there's more bets for the Rams, just that the majority of the money.
No way. Right now, bro, I'm looking at it.
You looking at the money? Or
I'm looking at both. I'm looking at both, bro. 90% of the money is on the Patriots, and 80% of the tickets are Patriot tickets.
But guys, we got to understand why the Patriots are that way.
Yeah.
Because this is America's team. If it wasn't America's team, the figures wouldn't be so lopsided.
Yeah.
I think when it all finishes up, you're going to get some bets pushing in on the Rams when it gets closer. Maybe you have a few people who are scared. They want to see if it will move because they would love to get the Rams at 3.5. Yeah. Most of y'all out there are too chicken shit to take a teaser, and you're not willing to buy it up.
I'm one of them.
So look, here's one thing I'll tell you. Yeah, you could get the Rams plus 2.5, but wouldn't you feel a lot better with them plus 3.5?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so much better.
I think the smart money is they're just waiting for it to tick over. I'd probably go, hey, if you want to bet now, buy the point if you really feel that good about it. I have to tell you, bro, I have a good inkling that the Rams have a good chance to cover. I know we were talking about the stats earlier in the what was the percentage of how much the underdog covers?
Oh, the underdog covers all the time. The underdog has covered 6 of the last 8 Super Bowls and 9 out of the last 12. So, you know, those are just
over 75% of the time. Now, mainly, you could probably control for the fact that the Patriots are always in it.
Right.
So,
right. And that's what I think is going on. I think that...
But what's the narrative?
The narrative is Tom Brady's back in the Super Bowl. Him and Belichick.
They lost last year.
Whoa.
But listen.
3 straight trips.
3 straight trips, but... everyone is afraid to bet against the Patriots. That's why I think all the money is coming in on the Rams. People see Sean McVay
on the Patriots. The money's on the Patriots.
Yeah. People don't want to bet against them, so that's why they're taking the Patriots. They see the Rams. They got the young quarterback. They got the young coach. They never been here before. Tom Brady's been to the Super Bowl 9 times, man, 9 times, and it's a lot to be said about that because the Super Bowl is more than just a football game, though. They have media week. They have tons and thousands of people in town. They're in Atlanta right now. There's going to be parties. People got to fly their family in. So it's really a lot to deal with. And the Patriots do have the experience on their side. But I think the Rams are the better team, player for player. So a lot of people are just going with the experience factor. We can't bet against Brady and Belichick in the Super Bowl. But we said the same thing last year, and we saw where that got us. So I'm going to save my pick for the end of the show, but just know a lot of the money is coming in on Patriots right now. Most of the money.
Besides the money, I have something to say. I've been quiet all night.
Go ahead.
I've been so quiet all night.
Before you go full Patriots homer, let me just get one more small point off, because then we know you're going to go on a rant for the century. The Super Bowl is just another game.
It's not just another game.
All that stuff about what happens before the week, all that is cool until you actually blow the whistle. And I think that's where people overvalue the experience and consistency.
Yeah.
That experience, like Tom Brady is like a LeBron who never had to go against the Warriors. In the sense that his level of excellence is so good that if you can't get over this little, you're not beating him. But if you're a good enough team and you've got all the other facets, he only plays quarterback.
Yeah.
He's shown some deterioration this year.
Yeah.
His weapons aren't as strong. So there's a good case that the Rams could go out there and kick their ass.
Oh, I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen. I can't bet it.
I wouldn't be
taking it 2.5. That's why the line's not moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won, me personally. But yeah, you said Tom Brady hasn't played a team. He's LeBron who hasn't played a Golden State. But some will argue the Rams are Golden State right now. They got Donald. They got Talib. They got Gurley. They have Sue. They have a lot of big names over there. This is the new Golden State. You saw Deshaun Jackson just came on today. Said he wants to play for the Rams. Everybody wants to play for the Rams. They got the new hotshot coach. They got the young hotshot quarterback. They got the superstar running back. They got great receivers in Cooks and Woods. I think the Rams, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think.
Let's let Steve get it.
I don't know. Hey, shout out Smart Degenerates. I know you guys been waiting for me to speak. I let these guys talk long enough. Steezy A. Smith is here. Okay, so what I got to say is this. First things first, big shout outs to the Rams for making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
LA's on the map.
LA stand up, man.
So, first things first.
Yeah. Fuck the Rams with Niners all day. Niners.
But at the end of the day, I need to correct you real quick on your past segment.
What?
Okay, you're talking about last season.
Yeah.
Last season is old news.
Yeah.
The Eagles did their job.
Mm-hmm.
They did their job.
Yeah.
They have Fletcher Cox and all them dangerous boys on the line.
Yeah.
Okay, mind you, Cooks went out. No Edelman. Okay, and we benched Malcolm Butler. This is a new game, guys.
That's true.
This is a new game this year. Okay, yeah, we have the experience factor, but guess what? Peter's a suspect. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Talib, he's still good.
Yeah.
He's aging, but he's still good. Okay?
He's Asian.
He's aging.
I know what you said.
This guy, man. You see this? You see this guy, guys?
Nah.
Here's the thing. Listen, it's going to come down to the defensive line. If they get, obviously, everyone knows the recipe to Tom Brady. If you can press the pocket, you can get to the middle. And when we say the middle, I'm talking about the interior of the line. If they can press the pocket, it's going to be hard for Tom, right?
Yeah.
We understand that. But guess what? That's not going to happen on Sunday. It's not going to happen on Sunday. The reason why ticket sales are lopsided. The reason why the Patriots are favored to win. The reason why everyone on NFL Network and Bleacher Report, shout out Bleacher Report, you guys need to tag me on your next post. Okay? Everybody on Bleacher Report, they said pick the under. We'll talk about that later on the show.
That's the next. We get
okay,
to that
we're going to
next.
talk about it later on the show.
Yeah.
And everyone picked the Patriots to win.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. That was a great segue. Because I was actually coming to you next on this, Styles. Right now, the point total in this game is 56.5.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's too high, too low, or is it just right? And I can tell you right now that 62% of the money is on the over and 38% is on the under. So how do you feel?
So everyone that's gambling right now, make sure you guys go to our page this week to get our picks, our Super Bowl picks.
Yeah.
Primetime Mike is going to give us the picks. Money Mason's going to give the picks. Right now I'm going under. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a shootout like people are thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the score 28-23 New England. To be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. Okay, maybe a little bit more, but I do not think it's going to be a shootout. I honestly think if you want to take the under, you're going to win money.
Yeah,
I truly believe it's going to be the under.
Okay, but you do know these are two teams that average 30 points this year.
I understand that, but here's the thing: Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. Okay, Patrick Mahomes' offense to me is better than the Rams' offense. That's just me. This is me. Jared Goff is sketchy, man. He is sketchy. His palms are going to be sweaty on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Okay? Belichick knows he's a third-year quarterback. He's going to see disguises that he's never seen in his life. Mm-hmm. Okay? He's going to be a scared little boy like when there was that boogeyman under the bed when he was a kid at home, okay? His palms are going to be sweaty. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like the under.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about this over under. Okay, so the over under in the game is 56.5. Like, okay, right now, if you were to bet on the Patriots team point total, it's at 29.5 right now. Do you like over or under Patriots 29.5? Well, if you said under, you obviously think under. You said 28.
That's
28, 23 because they got the Rams point total at 27.5. So if you add the 29.5 plus the 27.5, that gives you 57 points. Yeah. So yeah, it's right on par.
What was the score for the for Patriots and Chiefs? What was it 31, 30 something, right?
Yeah.
It was in the low 30s, mid 30s, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be higher than that game.
I think it's going to play out the exact same way with a low scoring first half and an explosion of points at some point in the game.
Yeah.
That game eventually got to some 30-something, but Chiefs didn't score in the first half of the I think Rams are going to end up blanked out as well. Patriots just know how to play great. Like, Belichick is great at creating a one-game scheme, right? Mm-hmm. The question just becomes, can you beat his scheme? Did he read you wrong? Can you break a tackle that you weren't supposed to break?
Real quick, guys. Mike,
okay.
We got a call.
We have a call. Caller. You on the air with the Degenerates?
Yo, what's good, Degenerates?
Who we got on the line?
Your boy, Ill Will.
Hey, Ill Will Jackson. What's good, boy?
How you feeling, big dog?
Oh, man, I'm just hanging in there. How you fellas holding up?
Oh, man, you already know. We excited, bro. It's Super Bowl week, man. You already know, man. Talk to us. Who you got? Who you got this week, Will?
Hold on, Will. Before you tell us who's going to win and why.
Me, personally, being the sports fanatic that I am,
okay.
I honestly feel Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and New England Patriots will win another Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh. Now tell us why, please, Ill Will.
For me, the reason why I think that way is because, one, you got Tom Brady, who's been there numerous of times. You got Belichick, who's been there numerous of times. New England has a strong offensive line that's been rocking with Brady for the longest. And just their scheme. Belichick had 2.5 weeks to prepare for this game. You know, he studied what the Rams do probably better than how the Rams can run their plays. So he's going to have his defense knowing what the Rams are going to be doing out there on that field. On the other side of the ball, you got the Rams, explosive team, had a great year, but it's their first time being this far, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard to be like, yes, I can ride with the Rams because they've proven themselves this year. Look what KC did. They balled out this year. They have an MVP quarterback, 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. And look what New England did to them.
Yeah.
You know? Granted, there's a lot of plays that, you know, cost KC the game.
Yeah, my boy lines up on sides. New England might not be here. Huh?
Hey,
so,
Rams same way.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't throw that pick if your boy don't line up off sides though.
No, he was going to throw that pick. That guy didn't have anything to do with that.
There was a no call in the Rams game as well.
Yeah, that's true. But either way, they are here. So, Will, you're going with the Patriots because pretty much you're saying they have the experience. Brady and Belichick, they've been here many times, so they just know what to do. They know how to handle it. Their season.
To me, the New England Patriots look at this as just another game. It's not it's the Super Bowl to them, but they've been there so many times. They don't have butterflies, you know. You got Jared Goff coming in there as a great quarterback, but he's a young quarterback.
Thank you.
He's a young quarterback. He's not experienced like a Tom Brady or a Drew Brees or an Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Will, can I ask you a question real quick? So, going back to the AFC Championship game, Patrick Mahomes looked like a stud. So I just want to keep this real short and sweet. Patrick Mahomes looked like a stud. Do you think Goff is going to play better than Patrick Mahomes on Sunday?
To be honest, I like Jared Goff more than I like Patrick Mahomes. I think Jared Goff is an NFL quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is just an exciting quarterback. I don't think Mahomes is going to have another season like that for a while.
What?
I don't know. I mean, bro,
crazy.
He threw for 395 and 3 touchdowns on Tom Brady.
Bro, were you not watching Mahomes? That's pure talent, bro.
It's talent.
He's got it, bro. He's going to play like that every year.
Here's the thing, fellas. It's the NFL. All it takes is for one quarterback to have a good year like that, and then the rest of the league to figure out how to stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, man. We're going to see, man. But that looks like a lot of talent in that kid's arm. He's got the baseball throwing motion. He's throwing on the run. I don't know. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be real good for a long time. What?
It's exciting to watch. He's exciting to watch for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's good. Yeah, he's good.
But then again, with the type of quarterback that he is, all it takes is one hit as well.
Okay, you right. Okay, so you going with the Steelers? I mean, I'm sorry, not the Steelers. They at home. You're going with the Patriots. What about over under? What do you think on the total?
That's close. I mean, 56.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that they would score more than 56.5.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with the over on that.
Okay.
Just because if it does become a shootout and, you know, the Rams running game, you know, running the ball and they're scoring.
Yeah.
Gurley is banged up still, guys.
I'm
So
not
would
worried.
think.
But you got Todd Gurley and you got C.J. Anderson. I mean, it's a dual threat running backfield, so they'll be okay. But if the Rams are scoring, New England's going to score. That's how I see it. If the Rams score a touchdown, New England's going to either score a touchdown. Like, I don't see the Rams outscoring the New England Patriots, but I do see it going over 56.5.
Got you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. Well, Ill Will, man, we appreciate the call, man. We're going to write you down for Patriots and the over. We're going to see if you're right or not, if you're a smart degenerate or not, bro. But again, we appreciate for the call, bro. We're going to tap in with you for Super Bowl.
All right, no problem, guys. Cowboys rock, bro.
No, Cowboys fucking stink.
All right,
Hey,
yo,
hang up on him right now, Poetis, for saying that.
Have a good night.
Cowboys
All right,
rock.
guys, we're back.
Hey,
All right.
Cowboys fucking stink.
Can you believe that? That's why Jason Garrett didn't get a contract extension today.
Yeah, because they know they're gonna get him out. They're gonna get Romo in as the quarterback. But okay, so those are our picks so far on the over under. Let's talk about the running back. You just mentioned Gurley is banged up. He was limited in his role against the Saints. He was kind of limited. He did have 116 yards though against the Cowboys and a touchdown. So with 2 weeks off, who do we think, Mace, has the better run game? Is it Gurley and Anderson, or is it White and Michelle?
I'd have to ask you to define better, but if you think who's going to make the larger impact, I think it's easily the Patriots. Because the versatility of having a strong traditional running back like a Sony Michel, but also being able to run with White and also pass catch with White and also switch it up and throw in the big boy Burkhead if you need to.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got so many different ways, and they're a really strong power running team.
They do have a fullback too.
And they got the fullback. Whereas, and don't get me wrong, Rams have a killer running back.
Gurley,
as
come
well.
on, bro. He scored the most touchdowns this year by any running back. He
Yeah,
had 21 touchdowns this
You
year.
know what?
He's a beast.
He ran all
He's a
that
beast,
up
but he's
real
hurt.
early in the season. The last 3 weeks of the season, into the playoffs, it's clear he's hurt.
He had 116 and a touchdown against
It's
the Cowboys.
clear.
What he did
He's
against
hurt.
the Saints, he was on a bike on the sideline.
Yeah, let me know about that knee scope he gets done
After the
about
season.
August.
Yeah.
He's getting this shit cleaned up real quick. So
Yeah.
and I just don't think he's the pass catching threat that you have with the James White.
What?
I didn't say he couldn't catch.
So Rollo just
Chill.
texted me and said Gurley's 100%. I doubt that, but
See?
yeah. Rollo doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey.
If you need surgery, you need surgery. We talked about the same exact thing with Bama and that quarterback. Yeah, he had 2 weeks to get right. You know what? Your knee's jacked up. Your knee's jacked up. They got to scope it. So all it takes is one bad hit, one bad play. I mean, I don't want to pull up all the stats because stats don't matter. Once the time you get to the Super Bowl, we've had enough time to scheme and scope you out. So from how they like to use their running backs to how they like to use theirs, you got to watch out for C.J. Anderson. Maybe we'll get into our real Super Bowl picks a little bit later, but I'm going to tell you right now,
You like the Patriots. You like the Patriots and backs.
I like their overall contribution, total yards gained on the ground or catching from the Patriots. I like that. I think they're going to exceed whatever the Rams are going to put together for sure.
Okay.
You know,
Do I even have to ask you?
I mean, guys, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be so honest right now.
Yeah.
We should be in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
Okay? We should really be in Atlanta, but
can we shout out to our special correspondent who is in Atlanta?
Yeah,
shout out Reverend Rashard. We see you. He's out there. Hey, he's in Atlanta right now. Smart Degenerates holding it down in the A.
Right now.
Right now.
He's in the air right now on the flight. Shout out Ray Sharaf. Yeah, get some good footage for us. He's going to be taking interviews, taking photos.
Yes.
So, yeah, we do have a Smart Degenerate correspondent in Atlanta right now.
At the Super Bowl, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, though. It's going to be good, man. I'm excited, dude. But finish what you were saying.
I mean, guys, listen, honestly, the Super Bowl was played last week. Okay? I just don't think the Rams' offense is going to be as potent as the Chiefs. I just don't see that. And the fact that we were still able to contain them, go into overtime and get the win, I think we're going to be okay. We're going to take Brandon Cooks away. The run game, okay, C.J. Anderson, whatever. We load the box. We take Brandon Cooks away. They're going to.
You just said C.J. Anderson. You didn't say nothing about Gurley.
Gurley is banged up.
Oh my God!
Come on, he's going to be a decoy, just like we did with Gronkowski the year we lost to the Super Bowl.
Bro, okay, he had 2 weeks off. 2 weeks is a long time when you're talking about a banged up. They didn't practice. They didn't do anything last week.
I understand.
They didn't do anything last week but recover and chill.
I understand.
They just flew out this week.
I understand.
They just started practicing this week. You know what I'm saying? They were doing walkthroughs and shit last week. He was resting. I mean, hey, man.
Other than Akeem Talib, that secondary is suspect. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, but the
Well-
Patriots don't have weapons like that at receiver.
Yes, they do.
Bro, who?
They do their job.
Hogan and Edelman?
And they do their job.
Let me tell you
Bro.
something. Let me tell you something.
They don't do their job.
Bro.
Do their job?
Steve,
They do their
Steve,
job.
I got you. Let me
Thank
ask you
you.
a question.
What?
He's a Titans fan, guys. You remember who his receivers are?
First of all, we beat the Patriots.
Hey.
First of all, we beat the
Shout out
Patriots.
to the fans. No one even knows who's on the Titans.
We
ahead.
beat the Patriots,
Go
though.
ahead, Mace.
We beat the
So,
Patriots.
depending on who so Talib is probably going to help shadow Gronk, right?
They don't have to. Gronk's banged up. You want to talk about banged up?
Okay,
Gronk's
so-
about to retire.
I
This
brought
is
it
his
up.
last game.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
tell
it's
you-
his
let
last
me
game.
tell you-
You already
This is
said
last
it's
game.
not.
Let me
You
tell
see
you-
the sideline catch you
Man,
got on
it's his last game.
Let me tell you what the route they run for Edelman every game. Hey, bro, just go get open.
All right, bro.
I'm going to run straight for 8 yards. I'm breaking left. I'm breaking right. Or I'm running a curl. And Tom Brady knows what I'm going to do. He can tell
Okay.
by my body language. And you know who has no discipline, no matter how good he is?
Who?
Peters. He cannot guard Edelman in the slot.
No,
shot.
don't put Peters on him. Put Talib on him.
No, they're
So
not.
you're
Roby
gonna
Coleman is a slot corner. He's going to be on Edelman.
Roby Coleman, he's good.
And he's going to get 8 because he
He's
used to
gonna
play.
get 8.
He used to play for Buffalo, and he was getting torched.
Tell him.
And Roby
Tell him.
Coleman, nickel Roby Coleman, you know that, okay? You used to play for Buffalo, and he was getting torched. He was getting torched.
Hey, bro.
Listen.
Prop bet Edelman all day, bro.
I do like that.
He may
We're gonna
get
get
10 catches.
We're
in
gonna
that
get
game,
to
bro.
that. We're gonna get to prop bets in a second. Lastly, before we get out of here, before we go to the break, one more question: who has the better defense, though? Who has the better defense? We know the Rams. They got Donald. They got Sue. They got Talib. They do have Peters. You know,
Fowler.
They got Fowler.
Throw some more names at me. That's all they got is names. So let me
That's
Okay.
all they got is names.
So who
None of-
has the better defense?
Dude, I think
define better.
that's what I'm saying. It really comes down to discipline or names. If you're going by names, yeah.
No,
the Rams got it.
let's go by numbers.
Let's not go by
Okay,
numbers.
Aaron
Let's go by
Donald,
numbers.
Aaron Donald leads the league in sacks, 20.5. We understand that.
Yeah.
Now that stops there. Keep going.
Okay, what about the fact that in the last 2 Super Bowls, the Patriots are giving up 400 yards? They're giving up 400 yards, bro.
Tom Brady threw for 500 yards last year, though.
And they lost.
We did.
They did.
Our number one corner
because
didn't
the
play.
coach wanted to spite the cornerback. If he plays, they probably beat
We
him.
did. We did.
They make 1 or 2 more plays and they beat him.
But you're talking about but that argument is not valid because you're saying the last 2 Super Bowls, the Rams didn't even play in the last 2 Super Bowls. So what are their stats?
No.
They don't have any
So
stats.
is it safe to say the Rams are good for 400 yards on Sunday?
No,
Yes.
they're not.
Yes.
They're not. I'm gonna tell you why. Passing
Yes.
or overall offense.
Overall.
Overall, total offense gain they'll get 400 yards.
They can do that. I don't think Jared Goff is going to play as well as Patrick Mahomes did on Sunday. I just don't see it.
What?
He threw for 395 and 3 touchdowns, guys. Are we guys misleading the MVP? The guy had a
Bro.
great game.
Bro, I
Be
get
honest.
that.
He killed it.
He was able to get out the pocket and make plays. Jared Goff's not doing that.
I asked you about what do you mean by better? Because at the end of the day, we've already
Points
heard
per
this stat.
game, yards per game.
Throw all that shit out. How are they going to sack Tom Brady?
Thank you.
They got the best defensive lineman in the NFL.
But the Chiefs led the league in
It's
sacks.
a time frame. They cannot get to him before he dumps it off to White, who's going to fulfill running up and down the field on them.
Hey, and I think that's the key to the Rams winning.
I have another question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill had 3 targets in the AFC Championship game. Okay? Who's equivalent to Tyreek Hill on the Rams? Please say their name.
Brandon Cooks.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen?
Robert Woods.
No, Brandon, no.
No,
Robert Woods and Sammy Watkins.
What?
Yes.
Bro, no way, bro.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Why do you think they're trading Sammy Watkins to keep Robert Woods? What do you mean? He's
Because
better.
lower salary?
Yeah.
So they can sign all those names.
That's salary cap. What you
That's
mean?
salary cap.
Robert Woods can do everything Sammy Watkins can.
Agreed.
That's why they play on the same team. They didn't do anything. We know Robert Woods. He played at
Robert Woods
Buffalo.
had a way better year than Sammy Watkins last year. What are you
Well,
talking
who-
about? What are you talking about?
I'm saying this, man. The proof is in the pudding. Look at the AFC title game. We're going to be ready. The Rams barely got past the Saints, and Drew Brees was trash in that game. He was trash.
And why was he trash?
Not because the Rams defense.
Hey,
Look at what he was doing the last
Bro,
month of the season.
listen,
He
thank
was
you.
trending down.
Okay,
Thank you.
But
His
listen,
arm
though.
was probably
Okay.
just about done.
Okay, but listen, we have to give the Rams defense credit. First two
Do we?
drives, they go all the way down the field, 3 points. Goff throws a pick. They go down 3 points. That's why they won the game. They held them to 2 early field goals. It was 6-0 when it could have been easily 14-0. You know, it could have been 21-0 and it was only 13-0. That's why they won, not because of the penalty, because the defense held. The defense held. And yeah, the refs could have bailed out the Saints with that PI call. They could have bailed them out, but that wasn't the reason why they lost. You know why? Because after that, they went into overtime.
And Drew Brees was trash.
No, they got pressure, and he threw a pick. They got pressure, bro.
But that pick that he threw, that's not a Tom Brady pick.
No,
Tom Brady will throw picks.
Bro,
Tom Brady will throw picks. Yes, he will.
All right, bro.
Who's a better quarterback, Tom Brady or Drew Brees?
It's arguable.
Get out of it.
I think it's up for debate. Who has all the records? Who has all the records?
Dude, you're so biased.
Who has all the records? He's got the rings.
Bro,
Drew has all the records.
He's got
no, he does not have all the records.
Drew has all the records.
No,
He
does
just
not.
throws the ball a lot.
Regular
Bro.
season, postseason, we can go through that, but that's another show.
Yeah, Drew has all the records.
No, he
Listen,
does
that's
not.
arguable. Hey, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. I mean, we all know Brady's go, but we're going off rings. But stats, Drew has all the stats.
Who
Drew's
cares?
stats.
Most touchdowns in the season?
So does Matt Stafford.
No,
He's got stats.
Oh man,
What do you mean?
we're moving
Guys,
on.
please.
We're
not gonna
moving
play
on.
the stat game. We're talking about the Super
We're not
Bowl.
going to play the stat game. Number one, Drew Brees is one of the top 2-3 quarterbacks in the league, and they held them to only 23
It
points.
sounds good. No, he's not though.
They held them to 23 points. They held Dallas to 23 points. So
Is that an accomplishment? It's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. That means they're holding teams to 23 points in the playoffs.
I'll give you that.
So, I mean, that has to
But
be.
both of those teams are not.
What do we do
coming
to
into
the
playoffs playing
Chargers?
strong.
What do we do to the Chargers?
Right. That's a better
Okay,
measuring
we go
stick.
to Arrowhead in the cold.
That's a
What-
better measuring stick.
Patrick Mahomes is better than Goff. MVP quarterback, 50 touchdowns in the season. Better than Goff. I'm not going to say anything else. Guys, don't overlook the New England Patriots on Sunday.
I'm not, man.
Don't overlook the New England Patriots on Sunday.
I'm not.
Brady
I'm
will
not.
not lose 2 Super Bowls in a row.
So we think.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
Hey, take
moving
the
on.
Rams.
Moving.
Take the Rams.
Hold on. We're gonna get to my pick. Don't you worry. Let's
That's
take
fine.
a quick break.
Dinner on you.
Let's take a quick break. 30 seconds. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Smart Degenerates. Hey. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are the Smart Degenerates, man. We're LA's top sports investors. We are here to teach you guys how to gamble. Gambling is now legal throughout the United States, so it's a lot of opportunity to go ahead and make money. We've been betting. I've been betting over 10 years now with my boy Mace. We got Steve's betting now. He's making some money. He's new, but we're teaching him the ropes. So, yeah, you guys can follow us on Instagram at Smart Degenerates, Facebook at Smart Degenerates, and you can catch us here at Morris Media on Thursdays at 7:30. So moving on, man, we just had a heated topic, a heated conversation about the Super Bowl, but we're now going to switch it to the association, the NBA, man. It's a lot going on right now, man. We got Porzingis was traded today from the Knicks to the Dallas Mavericks, man. That was a big move. Some talks that AD is coming to join LeBron on the Lakers. Guys, how you feel about the NBA right now?
I actually like the trade. I think the Knicks won in that, man.
The Knicks won?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, Porzingis is hurt. We don't know how he's gonna come back from the ACL. He's 7'3". We don't know how he's gonna come back.
That's true.
Second of all, they got DeAndre Jordan, they got Dennis Smith Jr., and they got Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews is a little washed. Dennis Smith is young. DeAndre Jordan's still gonna play big. Okay. The Mavericks got, who did they get? They got Tim Hardaway Jr. They got Courtney Lee, and Courtney Lee's bouncing around the league. Tim Hardaway Jr. We don't know.
We do know.
He's a killer.
He's a killer. Yeah, we know.
We're gonna see how he fits over there, though. It's a different system.
That's true, but he gets buckets.
But you gotta admit, Mark Cuban loves his international foreign players,
killers.
Man.
I mean, it's. I mean, look what he did with Dirk. He
has
has Steve Nash.
It's the new Nash and the whiskey now.
Yeah, so he's got a point guard who's killer, and he's got a superstar big man. I think if Porzingis comes back good
Healthy,
off that LCL, they're what, Tim Hardaway Jr.? What?
I
don't think it moves the needle though. To be honest, they're still not a top 8 playoff. They're not a team for the playoffs.
They definitely will make the playoffs.
Next year they're gonna make the playoffs.
Next year they will. I will bet on that. If Porzingis is healthy,
yes,
with the young boy, they are definitely going to make the playoffs. They're definitely going to make the playoffs.
Tell me who they're knocking out of the top 8, if that were the case.
What right now? Looking at that top 8,
Warriors, Nuggets, Thunder, Blazers, Spurs, Rockets, Jazz, Clippers, or Lakers.
I'll tell you right now,
the Lakers might get AD. So tell me who they're knocking out.
They're taking out Utah.
They could take out Utah. They could take out Denver. They could take out.
They could take out Denver.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Denver's nice, bro.
I mean, it's early. We have to see how he looks. You never know, bro.
For sure.
They got 2. Those are going to be 2 All-Stars next year.
I mean, you got to think the guy's 7'3", can shoot the 3, attack the basket, play the post.
He's a killer.
He's a defensive nightmare.
And they got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Neither one of those are All-Stars next year, by the way.
Who?
Porzingis or Luka.
You crazy.
Luka's an All-Star this year.
You're crazy.
They're not All-Stars next year.
Luka led.
And he's about to be Rookie of the Year.
He's leading the league in votes right now.
I thought LeBron was leading the league in votes.
Yeah, LeBron's leading the league in votes. But
Rookies.
For rookies, Luka's leading the league, and Luka's going to be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Porzingis is a beast, guys. Do not sleep on Porzingis. It's just, if that knee can hold up, hey, the sky's the limit for them. Who knows?
If was the 5th?
Right. And on to that, how are the Warriors doing, man? The Warriors were a 9.5-point favorite at home versus the 76ers. I did think that was a little high, but the Warriors have won, what are they, like 12, 13 in a row right now? How do you guys feel about the Warriors going forward, man? Do they win it all, or can anybody stop them?
I mean, honestly, as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be a hard team to beat 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, we went over this before at our home base show. Steph Curry, KD, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, but it's just too much.
It's just too much.
As long as they're healthy, they're going to be a hard out. I don't know. Right now, the game is second quarter. They're only up by 1. The Sixers can play. I mean, granted, the Warriors don't play a good defense this year, guys. They give up a lot of points.
Let's ground this conversation back in, because it's not just whether or not they can win games or not. We're all about making money on this show and this enterprise.
Respect.
So, as I've said all year, they're probably going to win a bunch of games, but they're not who you want to bet on.
No, they're risky.
They're a risky bet. You're going to get a whole bunch of still 9, 10, 11 points, especially if they keep winning games like this.
Yeah.
It's going to look great. I would watch out. I still wouldn't take them second half unless you're taking them. And when I say second half, I mean second half of the season. I would still only take them in very specific positions. There are a lot of teams out here who are doing way better against the spread. So I would just throw that out there.
Gotcha. Okay. It was another a few notable games that I did note down here. Raptors Bucks -2.5. Let's see what that's doing right now.
That game ended already.
Bucks beat the Raptors. Number 1 in the East continues to strike. Can the Bucks win this thing?
They can, man.
Win what thing?
The championship.
Oh, that's different. Can they win the championship? I don't think they can win the championship. Can they win the East? Yeah. They can win the East. I mean, they went to Toronto, hostile environment. They got the win. Giannis is obviously an MVP candidate. If not, I think he's leading.
Nah.
Him and James is right.
You got to give it to James.
I would for sure give it to Giannis.
I would give it to Giannis. He's a two-way player, man. But that's a different argument, man.
Yeah.
He's not taking 33-pointers every game and doing a whole bunch of bullshit out there.
Yeah,
bumping into anybody.
Giannis' stat line is honestly ridiculous, man. If you look at the kid's stat line, it's insane. Like, he's filling the stat sheet.
James Harden shot 6 for 18 from the 3-point line. No, whatever last game he scored 30 points. Like, get him out of here, bro.
Yeah. But what he's doing is absolutely amazing. That 200 points in 4 games,
I mean, he has to. Chris Paul's banged up.
If you shoot it enough, you can get there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Capella's injured.
He's looking real unguardable out there. He's looking real unguardable out there. No one can guard him one-on-one. He's got the step back three going.
He's got the extra step back travel.
He's got to.
I mean,
If you got extra moves and you shoot 20 free throws a game, bro, like it's not that impressive to me.
He's got the double step back. Steph Curry tried it. It did not work.
And they said, nah, and he's a former MVP. They said, nope, nah, bro. That's only for James.
Right.
He made the deal with us. He got it.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you guys this, though. Back to AD. AD comes to the Lakers. Let me give y'all odds right now on AD's next stop. Lakers are favorite right now. Let's see if it has. No, yeah, Lakers are minus 125 right now. Celtics are plus 150. Pelicans are plus 600. So it's safe to say he's coming to the Lakers. Now, what do you guys think is a fair trade for AD?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's 100% safe to say yet because they did report that if he stays with the Pelicans, he can get the richest deal in NBA history, which is $300 million if he stays with the Pelicans.
Yeah.
So you don't want to X that out. That's $125 million that he'll leave on the table if he signs with another team. However, the Lakers is obviously the best situation because you have to think. You trade the player, you want the player to attempt to sign a future contract extension.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to sign anywhere else other than to play in La La Land with Rich Paul and Clutch Sports being his representatives. So with that being said, I like the Lakers. I just hope Magic and Rob Pelinka don't give up too much. Keep Kuz. B.I., I hate to say it. I used to love the kid, but he's a Duke guy. He got to go. Lonzo got to go. Zubac can go. And a pick. I don't care.
Let me tell you what they already rumored to have offered them because I think they already gave them their best offer.
Yeah, they talked today. Go ahead, Mace.
They said Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, Zubac, and a first-round pick for AD. I wouldn't do it.
They said all that.
That's
I would just keep one. I think that's a fair deal, but keep one. Keep Lonzo.
They were reporting that New Orleans wants Lonzo the most out of the deal because they need a true point guard. Drew Holiday's a shooting guard who's playing point.
They got to keep Kuzma. That's way too much.
It's not worth it.
No, send Kuzma. If y'all want Lonzo, send Holiday. I'll take that. Send Holiday with AD.
I'd
and
have
then
to
y'all
look
can
at the
have
numbers.
all
The
that.
salaries probably don't match. I think with all those young boys, you'd have to probably send them somebody else like a Lance or Rondo.
What do you mean,
to
bro?
make the salaries.
You just named 4 players.
You just named 4 players on rookie contracts versus AD, who's got a max deal, and Drew Holiday is making like a mini max. So
yeah, and that's why KCP has to go in that deal because KCP
right, and he is a no trade. So he's not part of this particular latest trade proposal. But me personally, I wouldn't do a deal like that because I don't think AD and LeBron alone and the rest of the clowns in the Lakers squad after you trade all that. I don't know that that's going to get you over the hump.
It's not.
Yeah.
That'll get you top 4 in the West.
Yeah.
Be aggressive. I like the idea of them trying to sign Kyrie in the offseason.
Oh, I like that too.
Honestly.
No, I really like.
And then trade for somebody
I like
after
Clay.
you do that.
I like Clay not getting a max deal from Golden State and come and play with Bron and AD. I like that. I think that's
or Bron and Kyrie. Bron, Kyrie,
and AD.
And Bron, Kyrie, and Clay.
That would be sick. I'll put the
I
Lakers
just don't
on.
see.
And you get to
Clay
keep
leaving Golden
Zubac.
State.
And you get to keep Brandon Ingram. And you get to keep
Yeah,
Kyle Kuzma.
Golden State would be fools not to max out Clay.
I just don't see that.
They would be
happening, man.
fools. All right, that's cool though. But moving on, man. Let's get back to this Super Bowl, man.
Wait. Before we go Super Bowl, I know we're running low on the time.
Yeah.
I just wanted, because we're in the heart of the NBA season and we're about to go into All-Star break.
Yeah.
I wanted to give y'all a couple of quick stats. We haven't talked about best teams to cover.
Oh, yeah. Who's trending? Okay, yeah.
We've talked about it earlier in the year. I know we haven't been on for about a month, but Dallas continues to be the best team covering at the crib. Dallas Mavericks, whatever they're doing, they're covering 72% of the time at the house.
Yeah, damn.
So, top 5, Dallas, Sacramento, Denver, San Antonio, and surprisingly, Washington. And Washington is... So as gamblers, I want to talk to you about this. You have to let go of the fact that teams suck. You have to look at the numbers of who can cover certain spreads.
Yeah.
Everybody know Washington sucks. They're going to get bloated spreads. They're not going to lose by 13. They're going to lose by 11 because they're going to always hit that last second three-pointer, whatever.
Yeah.
Really quick, switching to the away teams that are the best right now. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at Miami, Brooklyn, Oklahoma, and Clippers. Milwaukee, will throw them in there too. And Dallas is about number 7. So, again, Dallas is a team that's scrappy and covers. Clippers, we've been talking about them all year. They've lost some of those recent games, but they're still a tough out. So, again, I want y'all to learn how to separate good gamble picks from good, I think this team's going to win. You know, and we could talk a little bit Gambling 101, but anytime y'all want to talk about it offline or DM, look, I'll sell you on the worst teams in the league because they can cover like crazy. Brooklyn Nets, second half of the season, man, last 20, 30 games, you got to really watch out. There's some teams that are going to be surging.
Gotcha. Okay. For sure. All right, so yeah, let's jump back into the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is notorious for the prop bets. A lot of people love to go to Super Bowl just to bet prop bets. You can bet on anything. You can bet the length of time of the national anthem. Right. You could bet the coin toss. You could bet the color of Tom Brady's wristband. You could bet all kinds of crazy shit, man. So to all you gamblers out there going out there to bet the prop bets, I want to say be careful. You got to really study these things. There are some really good ones that if you really dig deep, you can find some gems. So we're going to talk about a couple that I actually like, just to get you guys' opinion on a few prop bets, and we could just start it right there. So I'm going to start with your boy, Mr. Banged Up himself, Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
Receiving yards, 50.5.
Oh, but yeah.
First of all, before you say yes, he's had 7 games where he's had over 50 yards, and he has had 8 games when he's had under 50 yards, and he's currently averaging 52 yards receiving a game.
I understand.
So do you feel comfortable betting that over on Rob?
I do, because 1, it's the Super Bowl. 2, Brady knows he's going to have to go to his best guys in critical moments. And 3, I like his matchup. He's going to either be with John Johnson III, the safety, or the linebacker. I like it.
Like it? Okay.
I like it.
So you say over on Gronk yards?
I say over on Gronk. Brady's throwing for 400 yards. So over on Gronk.
So Gronk can get 51 of those?
He's throwing for Gronk's 400 game, right? yards.
Don't forget that.
It's not his last game. He already said it too. He said Brady's not retiring. I'm not retiring. I have the Patriots app, guys. Go ahead. Just being honest.
Hey, wait. He said Tom's not returning. He's not returning?
He said Tom's not retiring. I'm not retiring.
Yeah, if Tom comes back, I'll be back.
He said I'm only playing. He's the only quarterback I'm playing for.
Oh, okay.
So you got an insight right there. Thank you, Mike Reese, out of Boston ESPN.
Yeah, okay. And speaking of, you just said Tom Brady is throwing for 400 yards. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Give me 1 second. I am going to...
While you're looking for that, the other one that we had was Julian Edelman. What is it? 80 yards.
80.5.
Yes.
I actually like that.
I like that a lot.
I'm going under on that one.
Under 80?
I'm going over for sure. Edelman's going to have at least 11 catches. He's going to have to. This game is going to be real critical. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, obviously our game is, underneath. I like Edelman at least 11 catches, probably a buck 10. Edelman's going to get a lot of targets. Mm-hmm. A lot of targets. 80, yeah, you got to go over the 80.
I think I like over on that too because, like you said, Edelman's the guy.
He's the guy.
I think the Rams' whole game plan needs to be stop Edelman, stop White out the backfield. If they could do those 2 things, I think they have a great shot at winning this game. With that being said, Tom Brady's passing yards is not anywhere near 400. It's at 295.5 yards.
Who are those guys? What did they say last year? Brady threw for 505.
So what are you saying? You like over 295?
I do like over 295.
So Brady's throwing for 300 in the Super Bowl?
Absolutely, and 3 tubs, yeah.
Ooh, 3 tubs. Ooh. Oh yeah, so you can get the total touchdown passes at a few different numbers. You can get it at 1.5, you can get it at 2 and 2.5. So you think he's going to go over in all those? You would take over in all of those?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, dude, you got to think, man. The only person in the secondary really concerns me is Akeem Talib. Mm-hmm. He's the only one that concerns me. Mm-hmm. That whole secondary, no one concerns me other than the defensive line. But we got a good offensive line, and Brady gets the ball out quick. They got to worry about James White and Sonny Michel.
Okay, but those are 2 backs, and only one of them is going to be in the game.
It's passing backs and play action. Once the run game is established, we got play action. You're going to see on Sunday, Mike.
And you got to be careful. Belichick might do some wrinkles. You say that, and then they come with some crazy I formation with both of them out there. Both going on a real route. You just got to... You never know. They run flea flickers. They do all kind of stuff with those guys. So I think they're going to give Rams a lot of trouble. I just think Rams have enough overall talent to score a lot of points.
Okay. So I think Tom Brady's going to throw 2 touchdowns. I think it'll go under 2.5. I think it'll go over 1.5. I think 2 is a safe number to bet on Tom Brady's touchdowns. His numbers did dip this year as well. He didn't look that great, especially on the road. At home and Gillette was a different story, but on the road, Tom Brady didn't look that great.
But I would say losing Josh Gordon for basically the last 3 or 4 games of the season, that hurt because they were racking up a lot more yards and points when he was running out there. It just got clear he couldn't maintain it.
I mean, you got to think, too, real quick, 20 seconds. Our offense is banged up. Edelman missed 4 games. Gronk missed 7 games. And then
how many did Sony Michel miss?
He missed like 5 games.
Yeah, he was like a big part of what they were trying to do this year, too.
So yeah. It's a new game, guys.
They're just a machine, bro. It just keeps rolling on.
Gotcha.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, I mean, I may only probably take a prop bet or two. I'm probably, for me only, this is Mace personally, fuck the Super Bowl. I'm betting on NBA. If you want to ask me why, go look at my Action Network picks, and I'll tell you why I'm not betting on the Super Bowl.
Mace has been on fire in NBA, guys. Y'all need to follow him on Action Network. He's cooking right now. I'm actually doing pretty good myself. I'm not doing too shabby. But what I've learned is with the NBA, you got to not bet every day, man. And we're going to talk about that, too. We're going to talk about that next segment. I got one more prop bet before we move on to our Gambling 101. Rams rushing yards, guys. The Rams have had a great game rushing against Dallas. They put up 260. And then they had a terrible game rushing against the Saints. They only put up 60. So, the Rams rushing yards right now is set at 113. Do you think it's going over or under between 2 good backs?
If Todd Gurley
113.5 Rams rushing yards
each.
No, total.
Total yards. If Todd Gurley is healthy, they'll probably get over that.
Can you say that again? How much?
Rams total rushing yards 113.5.
That's the prop bet?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's over easy.
Over easy?
Yeah,
They both might go for 100 yards in the game.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You got to scrub the props. You can find some gems.
No, they won't, bro. Are you crazy? C.J. Anderson may break one for 50 yards right off the bat.
No, his fat ass ain't breaking shit for 50 yards. They're going to catch him. Gurley might could break one for the 50, and then...
I'm going to go find that bet. Highest run from yards from scrimmage for C.J. Anderson.
Oh, longest run?
It'll be
they got it, bro. I'm telling you, bro, they got everything. I got it right here, bro. Bruh. Hold on. Todd Gurley, longest rush from scrimmage, 19.5 yards. Todd Gurley, total rushing yards on first attempt, 3.5 yards. That's crazy. You could literally bet on anything. Which is going to segue. Oh, here we go. C.J. Anderson, total yards, 44.5. First attempt, 3.5. Longest run from scrimmage, 12.5.
I'm going over on all that shit. I'm going over on all of that.
Over on all that. Okay, cool. So, guys, we're going to transition right now to a segment we haven't done in a while, Gambling 101. When we teach pretty much you novice gamblers, some tips and tricks on how to stay alive, man. Because that's the number one thing in this thing is to stay alive. Be able to live to fight another day, especially when we're dealing with the Super Bowl. So I'm going to start by saying, people think because it's the Super Bowl, it's a big game, that you have to bet big. It's the last game of the year, and we just okay. My bad. So, yeah. Don't bet too big on the Super Bowl because it's the last game of the year. You, as a fan, Mr. Patriot, don't go bet your whole rent check on the Patriots because that's your team, man.
Why not? If I win, I can go buy a car.
But if you lose, you got rent.
And for those of us who use a bookie, you don't want to be over here. You've been looking good all week, and now you just crash yourself on this do-or-die Super Bowl, this one game.
Yeah.
Especially when I got 5 or 6 NBA picks for you the following week. You might as well just not do that.
Right. So, yeah, just guys, take it easy, man. Football is over. Live to fight another day. Basketball is here. Don't bet basketball every day because it will kill you. Just take your time with the basketball and manage your money, man. If you don't have it to bet, please don't bet it, is what I always got to say. Money management is key in this thing. But, yeah,
What's
are
the
almost...
general rule of thumb for the bankroll? What should your average bet be?
5%, 10% of the bankroll. That means if you got $1,000, bet $50, bet $100. But, yeah, we're running out of time here. So before we get out of here, we are going to give our final Super Bowl picks, man. Mace, I'm starting with you. Who you got?
To win the game, I got the Patriots. But I'm taking all the other shit. I'm taking all the props, and that's it.
You got Patriots to win and cover?
No, I got Patriots to win.
Patriots money line. That's your bet. Who you got, Styles?
11 trips, 9 trips for Brady and Belichick. 3 Super Bowl trips. I got Tom Brady. I got them winning over 2.5 easily.
Easy.
Even if it's a field goal. They winning over 2.5. So take the Patriots, the over, take the under full game, New England.
New England and over. That's your pick? No, you said under.
Under.
Okay, cool.
Under 56.5.
I'm going to agree with you on the under, but I'm going with the Rams plus 2.5. I think it's going to move up to 3 by Sunday, maybe even 3.5. By it that half a point. Get Rams at 3.5 because the Patriots could win by 1.
True.
I think a score 24-26 is possible.
And somebody's missing
possible.
a field goal because
Somebody's going to miss a field goal
this year.
Someone tries to go for 2. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I agree. No, you're right.
You're right. I like the Rams with the points. Look for a creepy 2-point win, 1-point win. Patriots win. Rams cover.
You like the over-under on that?
I like.
Tell me why you don't want to take this teaser. Take the Rams up to 10 points.
Because I just don't like teasers, bro.
I know.
I have really bad luck with teasers. For those of you who don't know what a teaser is, where you get to add 6 points to either side. But that's another topic for another day. I'm going to go Rams over. I'm going Rams over, man. Over 56.5 and Rams plus 2.5. If you can, buy the point. Get it to 3.5. That's going to be our time today. We want to thank all of you who tuned in. We want to thank Morris Media for having us back. Where you guys can catch us on IG. Again, that's Smart Degenerates. Facebook, Smart Degenerates. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to Morris Media's YouTube channel. And be safe. Have fun. Don't drink and drive on Sunday. And let's go Rams. Do it for the city.
Go Patriots, y'all.